All right then, folks. Ryan here coming to you. I'm not sure if I'm straight in with the camera. All right then, folks. Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video. Maybe I should just move this back here. Hopefully my camera is good. Yeah, looks like we're good there. All right then, folks. Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video, and don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. This live here tonight is we're going to be talking about transformation as well, because that's what this is. But we're talking about the identity, changing your identity. Without you changing your identity, most likely you're going to see yourself the same way how you always see yourself. Hey, Christy, good evening. Thank you. How are you? Good. Thank you for showing up. And you're all almost always gonna see yourself the way how you always see yourself if you do not change your identity. To change your identity, or I should say, there's a real battle going on here. The battle between your old self and your new self, right? The old image that you hold of yourself and the new image that you hold of yourself. The old image you hold of yourself is not going down without a fight. It is going to be kicking and screaming and yelling at you to tell you that please come back, because that is what the old self used to. The comfortableness. Whatever you always do that makes you that gets you in situations that you do not want to be in. All the troubles, all the hells, everything else that comes with identifying yourself with the old self. The new self-image, which is the one you are working on right now, which I hope you are. Now, that's where the challenge is. The old self is like pulling you back, okay? The new self propelling you forward. So that's when you're going to see new people, new things, new experiences. The old self, those old experiences that you have that you do not like, that you do not like anyways. You experience all these old high chance, you're experiencing all these old um I am good. I am good at it, boy. Right? So the old self is not gonna go down without a fight. The new self is what you're gonna have to put your time, effort, and energy into. Am I saying that the old self, all of it's gonna die off and go away? I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But for the most part, thank you, Edit Boy. Take care. Bye bye. You too. Have a good day as well. All right. So, but for the most part, you can put in your time, energy, and your attention on the new self. And this is when you're gonna have to do the work. I discover something that works for me. I do not know what works for you, but I can tell you what works for me and how I eventually change the old identity of myself. I can still hear that old self still screaming and kicking at me, telling me to come back, you know, to those good old days. No, those are trashy days. Put those days behind me. I'm not trying to go back into that. But my attention is fixated on the new self, right? What do I want to, how do I see myself these days? Identity. How do I identify myself? It's interesting that I call myself a runner. And I find people start to call me a runner as well. Even when I gave my number to one of my friends who we become closer friends now. And he told me, he said, I actually got you down in my phone as a runner. People see me as a runner. I think that's what, not think, I identify myself as a runner. That's a new identity. That one, that wasn't there. I created that recently, right? What was I before? I don't know, man. I probably was all kinds of troubles and problems early before because I got a lot of that. All right. Yep, all over town. So that's a new image I hold of myself. I see myself as a fit person. That's an image I hold of myself as a fit guy. Right? So I show up to the gym. I show up to the gym every single day. That's the image I hold of myself. That is my identity as a fit person. Right? Yeah, right. That's a beautiful thing about small town. Everybody knows you, especially when you're like one of the few black guys running in town. uh, so I see myself as a fit person, right? What faggot is that? Um, so I see myself as a fit person, right? And as a runner, people see me as that, sees me as that as well. Because the thing is, you cannot fool other people. Whatever image you hold of yourself, only a matter of time before they start see you as that. This is why your self-image is so important. Have you ever noticed some people who walk into the room, and when they walk into the room, everybody turns their head, looking at them, look up to them? I wonder why. When you walk into the room, how many people turn their head, looking at you, look up? I mean, it's not that you are not important. That is not what's going on. you know, I'm gonna block you, man. Get off of my life. I'm gonna block you. Okay, get off my life right now, please. Just get off. You come here with your disrespect. Get off. I'm gonna block you right now. I'm telling you. So get off. Um, because I don't tolerate disrespect. All right. Okay. I don't tolerate disrespect. I'm telling you right now. So get off my life with your foolishness. No, it's not you, Glitcher. It's not you. It's not you. It's not you. I'm gonna block this guy here. Yeah. I'm tired of him. Yeah. Get off my life. Yeah. I do not want you on here. Because you come here with the disrespect. Do not want you on here. Um no, because you are disrespectful and I don't like people like you at all. I really don't. I really I really don't like people like you. You are a disrespectful person. I don't like people like you. I really don't. Yeah. You gotta go. You gotta go. Get up my life. You are not a good person. I don't want you in my life. Get out. All right. So, yeah, that's like the first time I have to like really, you know, uh, 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 start to behave like this in one of my life because of a person like this. People like you, I don't really like people like you at all. I really don't. And don't come back to my life again. Stay out. You are just not a good person, and you are a criminal. I don't want you. I don't want you in my life. All right. So, oh, the fuck? Oh, you put. Fuck. I'm gonna have to report this guy here, man. I don't want to report anybody. I don't want to do it, man. But I All right, there you go. Yep, cannot. Yep. Okay, don't want him in here. Causing trouble in my life. Okay, cool. Get out. Um, Annoying. Um, yeah. Do not want a guy in my life. That guy's annoying. Yeah. So I forgot what I was talking about again because that kind of throw me off there a little bit, and I do not know why people do that, but they just come to just making sure that they can cause problem. All right. Hi, Layla. So we're talking about identity. Identity, change how to change your identity, and how important it is to hold a certain identity of yourself. Right? Let's say a person who goes out there and steal. This person steals all the time, and they might not want to steal, but they continue to steal, and you're wondering what's going on here. It'd be like, hey, dude, you got locked up for the same thing like 3 times already. What's going on? And they can't really explain to you why they are doing what they are doing. It'd be like, I didn't mean to do it, but I eventually ended up doing it, and I don't know what's going on here. Simple. That person hold the identity of themselves as a thief, whether they understand it or not. But that is what's going on there. He sees himself as a thief, so he keeps on thieving stuff from people, not understanding really what he's doing. Until that person flip it around, and said, and looked at the Hennessy bottle that they want to steal and said, I want this Hennessy, but I'm gonna go across the street, get a job, so that way I can buy this bottle of Hennessy. Has to be a switch in the mind there. Has to be something they said, I'm no longer a criminal, a thief. I am now a decent human being, one who walks into the store and buy the pint of Hennessy instead of stealing it. That's an identity, right? So one of the identity that I downloaded, what was given to me, I didn't understand it at all. I knew there was something off with it, about it. But later on in life, I found myself in getting disrespected all the time, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I disrespect other people, they disrespected me, and I noticed that there was this thing going on here which I didn't understand. So I started to pay attention to why this is happening, and also how can I fix it. And this is when I decided to go on this journey here to discover why my life was the way how it was. Because I didn't have a coach, a mentor, nobody told me anything at all. It was just me listening to my listening to the inner voice and following that, and trying to figure stuff out with my own experiences that I have, real world experiences, because that was you know a master's degree that I got there from me and people having these strange discussions that I do not that I do not want to have with them at all. Little by little, bit by bit, piece by piece. And then I came across the work of Dr. Bruce Lipton, and then he said the program, he said 95% of your life is coming from the programs that you were downloaded with from age 1 to 7. I have never heard that before. He's like the only person I know who are, at the time, he was the only person I heard talking like that. So I decided to listen to what he's saying. And then, yep, exactly, right? Yep, Chris, that was true. That right there is true. That's so true. I can't even add anything else to that. That's so true. And I noticed when he said that, and I took some time to go back and to look, which I didn't have to do, but I still do it. And I could hear the voices around me while I was young, children going into my teens, a kid, young person. I could hear these uh, uh, um, voices, and I remember who these people were, what they were saying. But that was kind of, so I went back and I could actually look at these people, see them, listen how they talk. And I realized that I was around a whole bunch of people who did not know how to de-escalate anything at all. They are so fast at escalating things. That was a program I downloaded. The program of escalating things, make things worse than how they should, very fast. Go from 0 to 100 quickly, trying to start all types of problems. And I realized that I need to switch that around and learn how to de-escalate stuff. So when somebody says something to me, I'm like, I don't really have to respond to you or react to you. I really don't. That's kind of hard to do still, but I'm still working on it still. As painful as it is, I am still working on it. So that was an identity that I hold of myself. A guy who doesn't know how to de-escalate, right? And these were the people who I was around. Even my own parents didn't know how to de-escalate. I picked up that. You think I wasn't going to? Yes, I did. And that was something that has caused me so much pain, has cost me so much friendships, relationships, that has cost me a ton by not knowing how to de-escalate. All right? Yep, exactly. So that was my demon. I have to deal with. That was my problem. And I really have no clue what was really going on, but I tend to start problems, like when there should be none. I start problems when there should be none. Right? Right. So that was an identity I hold of myself, the guy who doesn't know how to de-escalate. So eventually, over time, I begin to work on that. Two things that has helped me over a period of time. There are things that I have to do on a daily basis. Thank you very much. I can't even pronounce your name. I I decided that I want to change. Now, this was so painful. Like many a times. I'm gonna say sometimes I cried because I knew something was wrong about this and I did not know what to do. I didn't have anybody to tell me what was really going on at all. I came up on the work of like Bob Proctor and Dr. Bruce Lipton, those two men. Other people helped me too, but those two men stands out. They were saying things that resonate with me so deeply. And for Bob Proctor, he kind of describe how to change what he calls the paradigm. Dr. Bruce Lipton would say repetition. you know, it's the repetition, right? Yep, exactly. I see people say all the time, "Oh, I love myself." I'm like, "Yeah, but what are you doing?" I said the same thing too. How can you love yourself if you're not doing anything to make yourself feel better, look better? What are you talking about? Because feelings and looks, it matters. I don't care what you're gonna tell me. You show up short, fat, bald. I show up, no shirt on, in good shape. You tell me who they are going to look at, who are going to feel better about themselves in a social situation. Maybe you can find some short, fat, bald guy who is funny, and that is like not many of them. So I said the same thing too. Put in the work to make yourself look better and feel better. Looks and feelings does matter when it comes to changing your identity. I don't care what they're gonna tell me. Oh, Rayan, looks doesn't matter. It does. Have you ever seen some things they call like Miss World, or these guys who are the male models, the males, these male models? Have you ever seen those guys before? They get into doors which you can't get into. So don't come here and tell me that, oh, looks doesn't mean anything. It does. It does. A beautiful young lady, 19 years old, can get herself into a group of millionaires and billionaires. Oh, these guys are creepy. I don't care. That's not the point. The point is, she is drop dead, gorgeous, and attractive. Looks does matter. So yes, it does. I 100 appreciate it. And this is the thing. People think that they can't do anything to improve their looks and improve the way how they feel. Yes, you can. I'm here to tell you, if you go down to the gym, listen to what I'm saying here. Go to the gym. After you finish working out, put on your running shoes, hit the pavement. Here is the next thing now. I want you to reprogram your subconscious mind, because unless you are one of those people where your dad, Mr. Jason Gordon, was the coach, the football coach of your high school football team, and he drills you every single day. You wake up early, you go to the gym with him, you have all these discipline. I'm not saying the football coach are the only people who does discipline their kids. Maybe the gym guy, the gym buff, maybe he does that too. But for the most part, most of us weren't that disciplined. That is just how it goes. So we have to install that discipline into us. Our job now. We are not 18 years old. I'm sorry, we are not under 18 anymore. So, and even then, our parents couldn't talk to us. Right now, it's our responsibility to do the things that we didn't want our parents to talk to us about. That's it. And so we're like, I can't wait to turn 18 so I can do whatever I want. Yeah, you're 18 now. Kyle, go do the thing now. Right? So yes, looks, feelings does matter. How you feel matters. Have you ever seen some people show up and you've been like, God, I want to get away from this person? Because you can feel the feeling that they are feeling. They are in pain and they are just angry and miserable. I don't want to be around a person like that. Sorry. Right? So when I decided to make the change, make the shift, I saw what I have to do. I saw where I was and where I need to go. Then I learned later on, hey, your identity is keeping you where you are. And also that program that I was given to freely at birth came with something called anger. We're saying, oh, it's anger issue. Sure, we can call it that. But I hold the image of myself as an angry person. And that escalates later on when I start to get more and more and more disrespect from other people. Those people didn't respect me because I didn't respect myself. Right? Can't blame them at all. They were just giving me what I was vibrating. That's it. So once I got on this journey here, of course, I keep on falling down, getting back up until finally I made a move which changes the entire game. My self respect goes up, at least for me. I start respecting myself more. My discipline goes up. And guess what happened? The people who I surround myself with start to respect me also. If I was just working, paying my bills, would other people respect me? Yes. Would they want to hang out with me? Maybe. But because of my commitment, my discipline, and my consistency, and my fitness journey, and also my transformation journey, my personal growth journey, the reprogramming of my subconscious mind, those things comes into play. I am not giving off any type of vibe or energy that I'm in a low state. I'm in this low vibe, low frequency, low energy, sad, low depressing mood. As long as I'm not giving those off, because this is why I tend to work, do what all the things I mentioned above there every single day. Keeps me in a higher state of mind, keeps my energy up, my vibration up, my frequency up, keeps my respect up, keeps my discipline up, keeps my self image. It maintains the image I hold up, the new image I hold of myself, because it has to be maintained. You can't do this thing here once in a while and then expect to get good results. Not gonna happen. So people respect me because I show up. That is the one superpower that the universe has bestowed upon me. Is I show up. That's the one gift I have. The gift of showing up. If I don't do anything else, you can count on me showing up. Show up where? I show up to the pavement for running, yes. I show up to the gym so I can work out. And also, if you see me at my job working, my earbuds in my ears, I'm listening to these affirmations or these personal development materials. Record my own voice, listen to my own voice. That is how I maintain this new image of myself. Has to be maintained, because if you don't, you are going to go right back. Your old self image is always there trying to get you to go back to where you were, to go do those stupid mistake that you made before, because you're going to make them again if you go back. If you listen to that stupid voice in that old image of yourself, that those old voices, you're going right back to where you were. So this is why you have to stay the course. I am not going back to where I was. And I keep on telling myself that old image of myself, it can show up and nudge at me all at once. I'm not going back there. The new image that you hold of yourself, that is what's gonna get you at least a little bit further on your journey to where you want to go. The old image is gonna take you right back to where you do not want to be. That's the whole point. That's the reason why we start to make these changes to begin with, because we want to the old identity, we want to discard it, get rid of it, and create a new identity. New man, new you, new person. You have to put in the work. This is daily work, day in, day out. The image of yourself is so important. You will not rise any higher than the image you hold of yourself. That is how powerful that thing is. How do you see yourself? I don't know. Only you can answer that. Now the image comes in three ways, maybe more, but three I know of. It comes in a feeling. How you feel about yourself. Do you feel sad, depressed, worthless, life sucks? That's it, that's how you feel. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as someone who never get anything right, who will never get anywhere, who will never do better in life? Is that how you see yourself? Or it comes in an audio form where these voices start talking to you. See, I told you that I'm not good at this thing here. You go to the gym 2 days and you quit. And you see, I told you, fitness is not for me. Went back to the couch, grab your potato bag, and you start to eat your potato and dust. Okay? Those are the three ways that the image of yourself will show up. That has to change. How do you change that? What works for me is what works for me. I go to the gym every single day. My superpower, my gift is the gift of showing up. That's the one gift I have. I'm a consistent person in pretty much a lot of areas in my life. You can catch me pretty much doing the same thing over and over and over. Easily. Okay? 2, put on my shoes, hit the pavement every single day. Run plus working out. Hybrid fitness. Plus reprogramming the subconscious mind. This has to be done every day. You have to clean your mind, clean your thoughts, maintain a peaceful, wonderful, beautiful vocabulary. What we say matters. What we say matters. Okay? How do we talk? How do you talk to other people? What do you say? The words that you use. Very important. Repetition comes in here. It's very important. You have to do the reps. That is how you change your identity and maintain it, by the way. Has to be maintained. The old image of the old image that you hold of yourself is gonna come back. I'm telling you. We need to be together. Nope, we're not. Those days are over. I made a separation between my old self and my new self. And I'm standing firm, holding my ground here. Not going back, moving forward. But it doesn't mean you're gonna get forward to where you wanna go all the time. Sometimes you are going to get stopped. You're gonna have to be patient, get up again, move forward again. That's just how it goes, right? But I'm gonna leave it there for the self-image. This is how you change the image of yourself. Maintain it. You change and maintain. You don't change and stop. Oh, I got the muscles now, so I don't need to go back to the gym. Really? You have been running. Oh, I'm a fit person now, so I don't need to run anymore. No, I don't care. Let's say you get married. What you were doing, all those things for your wife in the beginning before courting her and trying to get her to be your wife, whatever, and you stop doing them. Only a matter of time before Kyla comes over and and Pookie and the rest of the story, right? Everything you have to maintain everything. I don't care what it is. If it's a building, it has to be maintained. If it's a business, it has to be maintained. Relationships has to be maintained. That's it. We have to maintain everything. Your life, whatever you do to make your life a certain way, you have to keep on doing them to make sure that your life stays up here. you keep your head above the water. Stop doing them, see what happens. Alright then folks, Ryan here with a new video. I'm looking forward to see you soon in a new video. This was a wonderful life, and I will come back on here and we'll talk more about this self-image here, because self-image psychology is so important. The image you hold of yourself, absolutely important. All right, I will catch you later in a new video. Take care and bye for now. Bye bye.